I'd like people to think about our interconnectedness, about community at various scales, at the local level, national level, and global level. The actions that we take personally and the policy choices we make have an impact on people across the globe, both in terms of the supply chains and how we produce things, as well as the environmental impacts of disposing of these products and services, as well as the impact on climate change through the energy consumption to make these goods and services. My name is Narasimha Rao. I'm an associate professor of energy systems at the Yale School of the Environment. We face a number of environmental and social challenges in the world today, and my research addresses two important ones: the eradication of persistent poverty around the world and the mitigation of climate change. What are the material prerequisites of people's basic well-being? What are these living standards that we can define universally for people, not in economic terms, but in terms of the actual services they receive and how they contribute to well-being? So one of the most important contributions in this project has been to quantify the energy needs for the level of consumption that translates to these basic living standards. If we think about the energy that we're going to use in the next 30 years till 2050, less than a quarter of that energy on an annual basis would be required to eradicate poverty over that entire period. The amount of energy we need across countries is fairly modest. And what this requires is that we translate our sectoral view of energy demand, that is, we project energy demand for industry, for transportation, for residential sectors, for commercial sectors. Translating all of those services to consumption is what my research does. And it's important to understand that all our economic activity is organized ultimately to translate to our consumption, either in the present or in the future through capital expansion. So by developing these analytical capabilities to trace from consumption to energy demand and then to climate, we have the ability to, in the future, then assess how that consumption is affecting the environment and how it's affecting well-being.